what is this podcast about? It probably would help if you don't chew into the mic.
My name is Libby.
My name is Luke.
In this new episode.
This
new season.
And we are going to be focusing completely on weddings.
We are, in fact, the Wedding Pirates.
There's no other podcast like this. I've looked. I've checked.
And we have a cat. Her name is Stella.
We want to share all the secrets when it comes to weddings.
The one where we talk. Wedding edition.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Wedding Pirates. The one where we talk, actually. But we are the Wedding Pirates.
Yes, we are indeed the Wedding Pirates.
And this week we're talking about kind of a social media.
Why is it a duh?
I mean, because photographers and videographers, whether you're doing it for a wedding or not, it's kind of a duh that if you want to have some sort of presence when it comes to whether it's SEO or a following or just to show a portfolio, you kind of need to be on some sort of social media.
Yeah, I mean, I guess social media is a good platform to show your work and to kind of show off your personalities a little bit too.
And I don't want people to think of just one social media. So when I say social media, what do you think of right away?
Instagram?
Yeah. So another person might think Facebook, or if you're old enough, you might go directly to MySpace if that was your last form of social media.
MySpace.
But there's I don't know, I struggle with social media.
I think everybody struggles with social media.
I think it's just a very relatable thing to say that you struggle with social media. I like Matt Diavella, or he's a YouTuber.
From Italy?
Yeah, from Italy. He filmed the minimalism. So the Minimalists did their first documentary. Mm-hmm. He was the guy behind the camera that helped with that. He was the one that filmed it. And he has a YouTube channel. That's just a lot of just self-help things and stuff like that. And he said that at the very beginning, there's always this stigma with that there's always going to be someone that you have a love-hate relationship with when it comes to your social media, celebrity. For him, it was actually Peter McKinnon. If you don't know who that is, he's just a well-known videographer. But Matt Diavella envied him. And he said that's a very dangerous thing when it comes to social media. And as long as you stay consistent with your mental health and realize what you're getting into and set up systems that are foolproof to make sure that you're always checking yourself mentally, then you'll be all right. And now he's got, Matt Diavella has 3.4 million followers. So he is successful at any rate. And Peter McKinnon is an entirely different game than he is. But he said there's always going to be a want to compare yourself. And that is the danger with social media in anything, is that you will want to compare yourself, whether it's physically or artistically or mentally or even just business-wise. Somebody else has a more successful business than you, or someone has a different kind of business than you, or someone's hitting the same subject as you, or it seems like they're copying you. There's always going to be a danger with envy on social media. So how would you say we navigate that? You as an individual, we could talk about our individual.
Navigate social media and...
How do you navigate social media in a way as an artist, because it is a danger to envy on social media with other photographers? Excuse me, burp. With other photographers, other artists, you envy people. Yeah. So how do you...
I mean, there's always a comparison game.
Right.
You compare your work to others and...
How do you navigate that as a photographer?
I guess kind of just checking my heart and seeing if I'm proud of where I've come as a creator in my own work and seeing where I came from, and looking at my own work.
Letting your work speak for itself?
Not really letting it speak for itself, in a sense maybe, but just knowing that life is a continuation of growing and learning, and if you're not growing and learning, you're dying, and so we always try to better ourselves, and that shows in my work. And I'm always trying to like learn and grow. And there are things that I could do to better that. Like I would like to take some classes on, coloring and editing and what
So
that
you're
looks
saying
like.
don't rely on social media for your education. Don't rely on social media to grow. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I don't think I can grow on social media because it's a very big comparison game for me. I don't like social media, and I get sucked into social media very easily. Like I can, like if I open up my Instagram app, I could be there just scrolling through account after account after account.
Scroll.
Yeah, for like 2 hours, and I do not feel good after doing that. I just feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah, no.
Honestly,
it's true.
And so recognizing that and the dangers in that, I try to only go on for a specific purpose if I'm looking for something or looking for maybe some inspiration. And sometimes I'll find a photographer and I'll be like, wow, this photographer's come a long way. And not really compare myself in a negative way, but compare myself in a positive way of like, this photographer is where they are now because they put in the work, and I'm where I am now because I've put in the work, and I can become really proud of myself through that. So I guess monitoring how much I go on social media is really important for me. Right now we're on a 3-week fast, right? 3 weeks?
It's about 3 weeks.
Of social media, so we're not doing any social media. We're not doing any Facebook or Instagram. And we're not even really talking to people. Even like texting or chatting with people. So it's been really good for us, I think. For me, I've really just been able to be present in what we're doing now throughout these 3 weeks, and I don't know, just really been enjoying this fast from.
Do you feel like you've grown?
I wouldn't really say grown. Maybe.
Because I would say our views on social media are a little different because we process things differently. Would you agree?
We do process things differently.
Yeah. Well, I think because for me, so I know once I figured out that social media, because once TikTok came around, I feel like social media became easier for me because viewing everything as a trend. So every sound is a trend, every mannerism is a trend. The way that there's what you call like junk content, which is basically just content to grab your attention. It's always pointless. You're pouring water into a glass and citing a stupid fact that you read on Wikipedia. There are people that make a living off of that. Once you realize that there's a category for everything, what category, where do I fit in? What are the trends that I need to follow? So now, when I go on social media, in my head, I know that I'm looking for a trend. I know I'm looking for a hook. I'm looking for something to push my own business forward. And that's the way I view it. And then as far as comparison, that was a big thing for me because I would view other videographers and like, oh man, why are they here and I'm not? Or why are, I don't know, there's a bunch of videographers I could compare myself to. And the moment that I start to compare myself to that videographer, I just unfollow him. I just don't follow him. I know it sounds, out of sight, out of mind, kind of maybe bad to other people, but I honestly don't have time to compare myself. I don't have time for these negative thoughts of why do they get this and I don't. You shouldn't have time in your life for that. Don't make time in your life for that. And the fact that I don't have told myself, like, I'm looking for a trend, I don't have time to want to be someone else. I shouldn't want to be someone else. And I don't know this person. I could come across an account that has amazing skill. This guy has amazing editing skills. The swoosh and the whoosh transitions, and these people are making these reels are just unreal. But I don't even know who they are. So it's not like I made a friend and I'm just cutting them off in real life. It's you came across this random thing that now you're jealous of. Why?
Well, I think it's not just that, but it's also like is this account feeding me and helping me grow, or is
Exactly.
this account just making me jealous and have like negative thoughts about my own business?
Right.
Because there are some really good accounts out there that, yeah, sometimes I'm like, ooh, a little envious, but that's not what the account makes me feel constantly.
Right.
There's like maybe a little bit of jealousy, but also a lot of like, ooh, I really like this account, I really like their editing style, I can learn something from this account and this person.
That's really big.
And sometimes we try and reach out to people on Instagram, like accounts, and if they reach back out to us, then
I've reached out to people when I was first
beneficial.
starting. I was reaching out asking, what do you use for your gear? You know, what are you shooting with? Hey, what is this shot on? You've done that too. And people are very responsive to that. And I think
some
are.
Some people think they're too big for their own good, so
Yeah.
they don't respond. They're just like jerks.
And again, you could either spend your time like, why isn't this person answering my messages? You could spend all your time wasting your time thinking about this person, this account, or just unfollow them. Just cut them out of your life. They don't know you. You don't know them. You don't know if they're a nice person or a mean person. You don't know if they're thinking negative thoughts, or maybe they're just really busy.
Right.
Just unfollow it. That's my tactic with it. And I strive for our account to be filled with people I admire. There are videographers I could look at, and I don't feel envious. I feel inspired. And that's what you should be searching for on social media as an artist when you follow something, is inspiration. Like you were just saying, what you just described is inspiration. Maybe you're a little bit envious of it, but it's more so you're admiring the beauty of it. That doesn't mean that you can't create something beautiful.
Right.
It's the fact, but you are inspired by this beautiful account to create something beautiful. That's completely different than this, because each piece of art is created by its own individual soul, and it will never be like anything else. Somebody else can try to copy you. It's called copyright, but that's why we have the term off-brand. It looks off-brand. You know, you have the off-brand of Nike, you have the off-brand of Adidas and Puma, and like all these things that you get the off-brand version. The Great Value ketchup, for some reason, doesn't taste as good as the on-brand ketchup. I don't even know what it is. Heinz.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, I view it as a business. Social media is a business transaction. I should be seeking growth. I should be seeking inspiration. I shouldn't be seeking. And if I do find myself seeking envy through an account, just unfollow it.
So why are we taking this 3-week hiatus from social media?
Why are we doing it? That's a good. I think we have our own individual reasons.
So
For
what
me,
are your reasons?
I would say it is very draining, because when you do, just like running a storefront, every storefront needs a holiday.
Yeah.
When you run a social media, you don't get holidays. You don't get breaks. There is no vacation time on social media. So you just need to take a break.
Yeah.
And also on a business standpoint, strategy viewpoint as far as what does that do for your account? Like, oh man, that puts your engagement down. There actually is value in all of a sudden stopping all activity on your account, not posting anything, not liking anything. There's value in that. You bring it all the way down, and then once you go back on, you make a bunch of posts, you like a bunch of people's stuff, and Instagram actually, and social media in general, views that as a spike. And so it'll actually push you to the top of people's algorithms. So there is strategy in taking this break too. So 1 is strategy. 2 is mental, because during the wedding season, you're doing nothing but posting and interacting with your brides and grooms, and it is a lot of work. And I would say, thirdly, it's for us.
Yeah. I think I suggested doing this 3-week break from social media because...
you suggested it?
Well, I know, I'm just joking. I'm not claiming it for
I'm sorry.
credit. I'm just...
I was teasing. I'm sorry.
Me.
Beaker.
No, so the reason why we're doing this is because we're feeling very overwhelmed by just the amount of people that you were chatting with in your life, and people were like, you were trying to keep up with conversations with people and just posting on social media and you were feeling very, very drained and overwhelmed, and you were feeling very stressed, and you were just like on the verge of tears. Like, there's a lot of people in my life right now that I'm trying to keep up with conversations and posting on social media and working and editing and all these things, and I was like, why don't we just take a break from everything? Stop talking to people, not even our mothers and our best friends.
And this is also a texting,
Yeah, so we were like, all social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, no texting, best friends, mothers.
The only thing we're looking at right now is inspiration for future houses on Pinterest.
Yeah, so we're moving into an apartment in April, so we're like looking at vision boards, I guess, for our apartment, because we're really excited to move into our apartment in April. So,
but that's something we do together.
Right. So we're looking at like Pinterest and coming up with ideas and stuff.
Do you have something to say about
Stella?
this?
She's sniffing.
She sniffed the microphone. Stella Rose, do you have anything to say?
I don't know if you heard that. That was her paw. But so yeah, that's kind of why I suggested it, and you were on board with it, and you're like, yeah, let's do it. And so you made a post on social media, and you're like, hey, we're gonna be on break.
And of course I have to make it look like a movie poster whenever I do something.
Yeah. So that was great. Yeah. It was cute.
It's been honestly amazing taking the social media break. But how would you say your social view on social media has developed?
Well, first of all, I want to talk about why I took this break for myself on social media. For me, it was mainly because Luke does a lot of the posting and making sure that, we're staying active on social media, which is a lot for him to do. For social media, for me, I kind of get into this, I don't know how to describe it. I kind of get into this idea that I need to look presentable whenever I make a reel or whenever we're going to create something. I want it to be, perfect. I guess it's the perfectionist in me. It's not that I don't want to put up, what is it called? I don't want to put up a facade on face or on Instagram of not being able to be real, because I definitely want to be real. And I don't want to not look presentable. It's just, I don't know, in my own head, I just feel like I gotta be presentable to make a reel.
It's definitely more work. You put a lot of thought into it. Like, I have to do my hair.
I don't really have to do my hair. I just want, my bangs to not look like they are, parted down the middle awkwardly and flat.
Nobody would care. That's the other thing that I have accepted. Nobody cares. Honestly.
No, I know nobody cares, but I care to an extent. And I don't know. It's something I got to get over. It's something that I got to work on for sure. But for social media, for me, it's a lot of going on social media and getting stuck in the scrolling game.
Yeah, the doom scroll
that
is
I
something
don't like.
That is a danger to everyone.
Yeah, and I just get caught up in that. And there are things that I can do better with my time, and things that I want to prioritize more in my life, like reading, which I've been doing a lot more in these 3 weeks. I've been reading a lot more, and
I like scrolling through cats that people are putting narrations to.
Yeah. Our social media is a lot of cats. Especially on our bus page.
Yeah. Yeah, so. I think that we both view it a little bit differently, but maybe this isn't, we could talk about this maybe later, but we balance each other in a good way. Mm-hmm. Not in a negative way where you need me. You're not relying on me to do the social media. It's just something that just comes naturally to me.
Something that you've taken on as your own.
And something that I've taken on. I don't feel pressured to do it. I just know that this is something that I have to do to get the job done.
Yeah, and once we're living in an apartment, I want to start helping you more with like reels. And I do get cool reel ideas. It's just making it happen. And in this bus, this bus creates kind of like a vortex of me not feeling my greatest all the time. Like I look sweaty all the time, and
it's part of bus life.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'm hoping in the apartment I'll have more of a chance to
we have a lot of big windows.
Be creative,
and it's a really creative, cool space. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited for it to actually have an office and have a space where we can get work done.
Yeah. Have a whiteboard where we can write down ideas on and like get goals.
And the biggest thing when it comes to reels or videos, I think this is a video guy thing too, or video girl if you're a video gal. I think when videographers, ideas just pop into their head and they just need to get it done.
I think that's more of a personality.
Maybe.
Not so much of a career.
Because for a while, I would go through trending reels and I would just save the sound and I'll say I'll do this later. And then I figured out I never did it later. Mm-hmm. So if I get a reel idea and it's in my head, if I can't think of something to do with this sound right now that's trending, I won't save it. Mm. And so if I can think of something right now to do with it, I use it. And to be honest, we live in a world of half-assed content, and that's what reels are as of now. TikToks and reels and Facebook version of shorts. Oh no, shorts is YouTube. It's just overload of social media that you need to create to be present, and this is the new business. You just have to be present because nobody has a brick and mortar anymore when it comes to photography. If you do still have that, you've probably had it since the 80s, and maybe times are a little tough if you have that studio still running, or maybe you just have it as an office. I don't know. But the point is that the new storefront is social media, and it's been headed that direction stronger for the past 10 years, and it's only going to become more prominent.
Mm-hmm. What question did you ask me before I was talking about my own journey with social media, why I'm taking a break personally?
I don't know, but we're out of time.
You asked me a question. Anyways, probably wasn't that important anyways.
Probably not. People were like, no, answer that. That was a good question.
Well, if you really want to know the answer to whatever question Luke asked me earlier before I went on this tangent, message me and tell me you want to hear my answer, and I'll give you what you want.
Anyway, we hope you all have a lovely day. That's a new one. Huh? Remember that you can rate this podcast. It really does help it we create this podcast in order to help brides and grooms perhaps become more at ease with their wedding day, and of course photographers and videographers that maybe are just starting out, or if you've been in the biz for a long time and you just need some fresh ideas, maybe a different perspective. We're your people. We also have a YouTube channel, and we have our Instagram, Broadside Visuals. We're the Wedding Pirates, and this is the one where we talk.
Have a wonderful day.